Hello, ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls. It is time for the Division 2 Playoffs Loser Bracket Round 3. We're moving from the winners bracket to the loser bracket. We have just seen Godalions winning with 4-3 against Prime Esports, going to the grand final of Division 2. So now we're going into the loser bracket, and we're having two teams, Ziad Esports, having a really good run in the low bracket, winning with 4-1 against the GC Pops, clean sweeping the first place of Division 2.2 Barbarians, and now they are facing Snakebite. And Snakebite, their run so far has been a 4-3 losing against the Godalions, and straight after going into the loser bracket, winning with 4-3, I have to say, against Ascension Helios. And now it's time for the loser bracket round 3. Ziad Esports, very good in form, quite underdogs of the Division 2 actually. Fourth place of Division 2.2, and then now they are on the loser bracket round 3, but they have to face a really, really strong Snakebite, just winning with 4-3 against Helios. I'm Dennis, and I'm joined by Mikey. Welcome.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a great series, this one, to be honest. Snakebite sat in second place on 7 points, and Ziad Esports in fourth in 6 points. Snakebite, they just got a win. Only just, but we know how talented that roster is. Ziad Esports, they've had a great run in the lower bracket, and Ziad Esports actually beat Snakebite 3-0 in league play. So this is going to be one hell of a game that could really go either way at this point.
Yeah, we are seeing the last four teams now in Division 2. Godalions are confirmed in the winners final. Primal Esports are confirmed in the loser bracket final. And then the other two teams you are going to see here, Ziad Esports and Snakebite, either one of these two teams will be facing Primal Esports in the loser bracket round 4. The winner of that team will go to the grand final of Division 2 against Godalions. And of course, the winner of that will be crowned as Division 2 champion. So still, quite a long road for these both teams. They need to win 3 series in a row. Well, if they win it today, then they need to play 2 series tomorrow. Well, 2 series if they win the first one. But, it can be over for one of these teams after the series. It will be over for one of these teams. Ziad Esports, of course, a really good team, having a lot of momentum going out of the last 2 series to a really good series from them. 4-1 against the GC Pops and 4-0 against Barbarians. The underdog team, which is actually a really good team here in the Division 2 playoffs, really popping off, which is great to see. But on the other end, we see Snakebite. We see, of course, MC and Daddy, the standard player for Snakebite. But they got a stand-in the name of Machtfish, who is coming from Division 1, who has played for Snakebite Venom. So definitely, good to see him back in the Snakebite roster. And I know you can have some really good words about Machtfish. So, say what you want and say what you think of the Snakebite roster.
So, as much as I bully Machtfish, the most romantic way of saying his name possible, as much as I bully him when I'm on casts with him, he is very talented at Rocket League. He's very good at what he does. And to be honest, he could be a real good player playing for Snakebite. Snakebite on the whole, they're a great team. It's a group of people who, they talk to each other very, very regularly. They work on things behind the scenes. On a few different things. So they have got that communication up, they've got that familiarity, and they talk to each other a hell of a lot. The fact that they've got Mockfish in there today, and they've got Deddy in there, that could be a disadvantage for Snakebite. As much as they're talented at what they do, it could be a disadvantage because they're not used to playing together as a team. Them sort of 3 together. But Ziad Esports, we've just casted 2 of their series, and not 2 of them. We just casted their last series, and they're on a real roll at the minute. Ziad Esports, Jota, Pating, and King Aliz, they're doing great, and they've beat Snakebite before. They 3-0'd them, so they're going to come into this with a lot of confidence. But 2 players who aren't on the main roster who are playing for Snakebite, that could be the difference maker, in my opinion.
Yeah, we just have to see how is the standing going to play for Snakebite. Can he, of course, I know Machtfish played for Snakebite in the earlier seasons with Snakebite alongside M3 for Yui Kurzwolf. That's the OG Snakebite roster. So the question is, can he, play well with Daddy? I think Machtfish left and Snakebite picked up Daddy. And, you know, it is just a question. They just had two really close series, as you know, they lost against Godalions and Loritas with 4-3, one against Helios, Ascension Helios with 4-3. You know, 2 game 7s in a row, 14 games in 2 series. That has to be really exhausting. Well, on the other side, Ziad Esports just had 9 games in 2 series, winning with 4-1 and 4-0. So you know that could also be like a difference. 14 games in 2 series, and straight after going into another best of 7, it can be really exhausting. That could be a key factor later on in this series. We have to see if Snakebite can handle the all the games they have played today. Of course, if they win it, they don't have to play any more today. They're just going to the next day. They're just going to tomorrow to the loser bracket round 4. But finally, we are having all the teams in the lobby. We are seeing Ziad Esports in the blue with, of course, the same roster: Patink, King, Alice, and FTK, and on the other side, Snakebite in the orange, Daddy, Empty, and Machtis. We've talked about the roster of Snakebite already. How it's a really consistent roster, how it has been consistent for quite a long time, though the Daddy and Machtis never really played with each other. We have to see how is this series going to turn out. Of course, one team will be knocked out after this game, and one team will be joining Primary Esports in the loser bracket final. Now, straight in this game, it is King Alice with a great opportunity. Macfish just getting it out of harm's way. Empty now tries to take control of that. FTK backwards into it, going for the challenge. Eddie pops it up off to the side wall, off to the back wall now, as Eddie can get a shot on target. Machtfish gets it off the back wall. No one there to follow. FTK missing. Empty in the corner. But King Alice gets it out into the middle. Machtfish turning for that. As he gets it up, FTK, as he gets it out to the side wall. Daddy now losing the challenge against his opponent, Machtfish, maybe trying to combine with his teammate, Empty, or Daddy that is, going for the shot. Empty now with the shot. Early pressure on from Snakebite, no goals created yet. Empty now going for the shot. It's cleared out, but Ziad Esports under a lot of pressure already here early on in this series.
Yeah, the pressure is there straight away pretty much, and this is this is what they need to be doing. If if you're Snakebite, you need to keep that pressure up. And you need to keep it going. We thought about how well this team would be able to play together, but as much as they haven't been able to play many games together, many series together in the past, like them 3 specific players, they work on things together. They speak outside of Rocket League. They've got the communication. They've definitely been there. So this game could still go either way, but it is going really well at the moment for Snakebite.
Yeah, I just see something in the chat, someone saying that Ziad lost game 1 against GC Pops, which means that they won 8 consecutive wins here, 8 consecutive games, all after each other. Though now it is Snakebite having all the opportunities, but in playoffs here at Esports, the underdogs definitely doing a good job. Now the ball is going off the crossbar, off the post. It is a demo, it's still not scored. Snakebite they have some troubles with scoring now. There's so much pressure from them. Ziad Esports definitely having a hard task, getting out of their half now. The shot coming in, but he can't get it on goal. Snakebite, they have all the chances of the world in this game so far, approaching half time. I have no idea how they did not score yet. They have all the chances of the world, but it's just waiting for them to score the first goal. If they don't do that, then you can just wait for Ziad Esports to score a goal. But so far, Snakebite having all the pressure in this game 1.
You've got to give a lot of credit so far to Ziad, though. They've been able to withstand that pressure. We're just at the halfway point of the game. They are getting attacks in there, so it might just be who gets that lucky shot. Who is it that's able to just slot it home? Because at the moment, it can still be either team. The pressure is on from Snakebite. It's more likely to be them, yes. But you've got to give them a lot of credit, and what a little shot. Great angle from Mockfish after the pass from Emphy. Look at that. That was a great play from them. And as I'm just talking about who's going to get the first goal is there.
Yeah, Empty with a great touch, beating the third man, leaving an open net for Machtfish, who can, in the end, get it in from a little angle from him. But that's no problem for, of course, the only Division 1 player in this lobby. Machtfish, maybe, key player for Snakebite, scoring the first goal of this series. He goes for the challenge. Machtfish rushing back. Someone has to turn for Snakebite. Machtfish in the end can get the save, but a little bit shaky there in the defense of Snakebite. Ball now falls off the side wall. FTK pops it up. Machtfish Oh, that's going to the side of Ziad Esports. It's not in though. It could have been very dangerous after the challenge now. Getting popped up again off the crossbar. And it's getting in. No, it's a great save from King Alice. You know, again, Ziad Esports. A lot under pressure now. Daddy can finally get it in. And Snakebite up by 2 after so many shots fired on the goal of Ziad Esports.
The dedication from Snakebite there. Yes, pun intended. Thank you very much. The dedication was there, and Deddy slots it home 2-0, and that is what I'm talking about. If you keep breaking down the wall, eventually, you know, if you keep punching the wall, eventually it will break down, and that is what we have just seen there. The pressure was on. A lot of credit still to Ziad, though, for withstanding that pressure and staying in it. As the double commit comes in, that's got to be another goal right there. It hits the crossbar, but what a second touch from Deddy, and it is 3-0 to Snakebite at this point.
Yeah, your counter is undeserved. They're just all over Ziad Esports at this point. 3-0 up after 14 shots fired. Yeah, you know, that's just some great stuff from Snakebite. You know, the 2 stand-up players, Daddy and Machtfish, doing all the work for Snakebite, and IMC just being there, you know, a really good player to assist the players, to assist Daddy and Machtfish. And, you know, you have 2 really great offensive players. So this game, it isn't over yet, as FTK at least gets 1 back. Ziad Esports down by 2 again.
Yeah, FTK, you know, immediately there, like, they're clapping back. And that is what you need to do for your Ziad, you know. You've not had a terrible game. You've got that counter-attack game going well. It's just that they needed to get that goal, and I think that was what they needed, as FTK gets a very unfortunate miss right there. But the scoreline is 3-1, yes. But Ziad, they've done extremely well throughout this game, really, and I think it is possible for them to come back, even though there's only 45 seconds on that clock.
Yeah, 37 seconds on the clock right now, as Snakebite still leading by 2 goals, having some pressure now as well, keeping the ball on the side of Ziad Esports. Now a little attempt from Machtfish. Could see why he's coming from Division 1. Now double commit there from Ziad Esports, trying to get it out. FTK has a great opportunity, bouncing from the side or from the back wall. Can't get in, that's an overcommit, that's an open net. Machtfish won't miss those any day of the week. And Snakebite up by 3 with 4-1 and 60 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, 60 seconds on the clock indeed. And that, you know, that worked really well for them. They were able to capitalize on that counter-attack. And here's the thing, at the moment, it's been going well for them. You know, Machtfish stepping down from Division 1 into Division 2 works really well for this team, and it's a really great strategic call from them, because Machtfish is used to playing against people that are in the most respectful way possible, that are that little bit better.
Yeah, a great game from Snakebite here in game 1, you know, a really dominant game from them. Being so dominant over that Ziad Esports that has to give a good feeling for the Snakebite players. They've had 2 really close series, but they feel like they can actually, you know, dominate the series now. Ziad Esports, 8 consecutive wins in a row in playoffs will end now. It won't be a 9th win, as Snakebite will take it from them in quite a dominant way. 9 saves forced at the Ziad Esports side, but still Snakebite could get 4 goals along or past the defense of Ziad Esports. So, you know, really good game from Ziad Esports, from Snakebite I have to say, but Ziad Esports, you know, they need to get out of the half a little bit. Looks like they were just really stuck in the half, not really like having those clears to the teammates. When it was a clear, they usually just gave the ball away to the opponents. And like that, you can just expect the opponents to, you know, fire another shot on net. And like that, you're not going to get some pressure. So they really need to change that in this game. Saying that, Patink already early on in the kickoff, they can get a shot, but it is saved by Daddy. Forced save there. 10 seconds in, Ziad Esports already. Good chance for them. The question is, can they win this game? Can they equalize this series? Or will they go down by 2 games?
I think it can go either way. I think, you know, Ziad Esports, they did really well last game. They kept out a number of attempts. You know, we saw how many saves they had, which was pretty insane, to say the least. They're not a bad roster. They're not playing badly either. It is just going to come down to who gets the good shots, whose opportunities actually go in. And, you know, unfortunately for them, even if they are playing really well, Snakebite in the first game have been the better team, so it can still go either way.
Yeah, a little bit awkward position there from Ziad Esports. Luckily, Snakebite didn't score out of it, but still the pressure is coming on from the Snakebite side. No one's going for that really, so Machvis just decides to go up for that shot. Now off the back wall. No one there to follow it though, as FTK can get a clear to his own corner. Tries to get it again, he doesn't need, beats out Empty. The ball now bounces from the side wall into the corner. There is Petink. Tries to get another hit on that, but Machvis there already. Empty popping it up to the back wall. Petink clearing it out now. Daddy takes control of that, goes for the dribble. Tries to flick out one, but FTK there, good chance from him. That's Empty just banging the ball to the side wall. FTK now tries to get a shot in the middle now. FTK tries to find his teammate, but Daddy plays it out. Get control, fakes at one. Good fake from Daddy actually. Good, good vision to see that Petink was pushing that. I mean, he had really good fake from him. FTK in the corner again, tries to get it into the middle. A miss there from Machvis could have been vital, but in the end, Ziad Esports could not capitalize on the mistake. Empty now on the other side. Can't really get a hit on the ball. FTK now clears it out. Daddy blocks it. FTK in the corner, tries to get it again, but Machvis there to clear the ball out. Daddy into the middle. King Alice, can he get it again? Great opportunity, bounce from the back wall. Now FTK with the angle, bounces down. What a save! Machvis, third save from him. What a save there was from the Snakebite defender.
Absolutely, the respect is there as well as FTK putting what a save in the chat. Absolutely insane save from Machvis. And that is the sort of things we're talking about that you will see, you know, saves like that being able to make in Division 1. And it's great to see as FTK gets a clear there. 2 minutes, 18 on the clock. It's still 0-0. What an exciting game this is.
A really exciting game. Even though no goals has been scored, it's still a really exciting game to watch. FTK went for the corner, but was leaving the net wide open, but it was just in time to save the ball going into the net. Now Daddy has a lot of time to work with. What is he going to do with it? That's not what he should have done with it. As Petink will close out that game. Well, not the game, but close out this mistake from Daddy. Big mistake from Daddy, as Petink will capitalize on that. 1-0 for Ziad Esports.
And that is what we wanted to see. We wanted to see Ziad up there, ahead of the sort of getting there. It is it's the underdog story. We've seen them beat Snakebite before. They've got the ability, and that worked really well for them. And at this point, you're 1-0 up in this game. You're not down and out. All you need to do now is keep it up. All you need to do is be defensive. Don't overcome it. And a great save from King Alice there yet again. And what a juicy game this is turning out to be. And Ziad Esports in the lead. And it's great.
Yeah, what a game this is. It is not the game of the of the offenses, but really the game of the defenses. One big vital save of both sides. Snakebite with Machvis with an epic save, with a really good save, and Ziad Esports now with a really good save as well. Keeping their clean sheet so far in this game. FTK now needs to rush back. Daddy tries to get a shot in. He gets a shot, but wide. That was not the best hit from Daddy. Not the game he would have hoped for so far. A mistake leading to the first goal, and this definitely should have been the goal. But yeah, so far Snakebite still losing by 1 goal. 50 seconds left. Ziad Esports trying to keep their nets clean, to keep the clean sheet they're having in this game too, and to equalize this series after game 2.
Yeah, if you're the Ziad Esports roster, just stop. Just control the ball. Pass it between each other. Like, chill on the attack. You've only got 35 seconds left. You don't need to do anything crazy. If you're really defensive at this point and you're keeping control of the ball, then the timer is just going to count down and down, and every second matters. If you can stop them, you can't stop them, because Daddy gets an equalizer, and it is all even in an insane game of Rocket League.
Yeah, I saw FTK, backtracking on the side boost, and in the end he was, kind of slow to go for the challenge. In the end, it was a 50 with Daddy, bouncing from the ceiling, and in the end bouncing straight into the goal. It is the equalizer for Snakebite. Straight after the kickoff, Machvis going for it, but can't find the net after the save from FTK. Now, maybe Ziad Esports can get out of the half. No, they can't. Machvis going for it again, off the post. Pressure is on. Looks like we're going into overtime. Maybe Snakebite with one less attempt. Well, Ziad Esports will do everything they can to drop the ball, and they do that indeed. It is overtime here in game 2. Snakebite, all the chance of the world to still get this game to their end. They took it down to the wire, to the last few seconds of this game, but in the last few seconds of that game, they had all the pressure, scored a goal. In the end, no second goal for them. Definitely, they have some momentum going into this OT. Machtvies now for the shot. It is wide as King Alice tries to take control of that.
He is able to actually take that. I didn't think he was going to be able to. It looked like from the angle that we had that he was not going to be able to connect with that. But it is, you know, at this point now, this is anybody's game. And it's a great game to see. This is a very important game. The shot comes in and Ziad Esports will take the game and we're all even in the series. And it is amazing to see.
Yeah, what a demo that was from FTK. Clearing out the defense from Snakebite. No defender in the goal because of that. And Ziad Esports taking this game too after that OT. You know, Snakebite, you know, they looked really strong in the last seconds of this game too. In the end, pushing this game to an OT. But yeah, that OT wasn't enough to win this game. It is Ziad Esports going for the victory, winning this game. And it is such a close game, such a close series. It can go any way, and it is really a good series to watch. You know, we see a really good Ziad Esports side, we see a really good Snakebite side. Definitely you can see the class of Machtvies. 4 saves on his name, 5 shots as well. Though, you know, the accuracy is a little bit what's lacking for Machtvies. 5 shots, 0 goals. Could have been better. And definitely Daddy, you know, he will just punch himself for that mistake he had leading to the first goal of Ziad Esports. Of course, it's only game 2. Everything can still happen. But you know, Ziad Esports, maybe a little bit of momentum from them. Maybe we can see them winning the next game as well. We have to see.
Yeah, it's only 1-1 in the series. You know, either team can still take this. The good thing for Snakebite is that they've got Machtvies there. You know, they've got players that are of considerable ability. They're doing really well. And it isn't like either team are playing particularly badly. The small mistakes that Denny made, the opposition capitalized on. And that is what will happen. That is, you know, that is Rocket League. A great game from King Alice, though, on the Ziad roster. And that's the thing. They have got it. They've got the ability and they have the opportunity to shut down Snakebite yet again.
Yeah, the question is, will Snakebite go into the 3rd game 7 of the day? 3rd series, 3rd game 7. Well, it would be really exhausting. Maybe we can see a little bit exhausting in the players of Snakebite at this point. Because, of course, this is the, I think, 17th game. And, well, you know, playing 17 games after each other, there wasn't a break or anything. 17 games competitively, that's really exhausting, and they're still playing on. It isn't over anywhere soon. It is only 1-0 in the series. They still need to play a lot of games, and they could go to game 7. It is a really close series. Now a great shot from Empathy, a banger that is, beating all the defenders of the Ziad Esports side. Definitely Empathy will not be exhausted yet, because that's a great shot from him.
Yeah, a great shot, and Empathy showing that he is as much. He has got the amount of ability that everybody else has, and he's getting involved in this game. You know, incredibly. He's probably the main player really for this team that plays the most under the Snakebite name, and they're performing really well. A great pass into the middle there, and Empathy going for another good shot. And that's the thing. If everybody gets involved and everybody does their bit, it can work really, really well.
Yeah, that's very true. Now in the corner, it is King Alice getting it over 1. Daddy going up for that, forcing to go for the area. FTK going for that straight after, lounging into the goal of Ziad Esports or of Snake, I have to say. But Machtvies can get it out now. Get it past 1. Can he get it past the other one up? But Tink is just there to block his dribble. As the ball gets pushed up now. Daddy up for that, though the ball is really fast. Can't get it to the other side. Goes to his own corner. Machtvies now with the flick. Gets it past 1. FTK off his own back wall. Not the greatest touch. Empathy now with the shot. It is wide, but could have been very, very dangerous there. Empathy nearly scoring his 2nd goal. Now King Alice with the flick. We see some shots now from both sides. You know, still a 1-0 lead for Snakebite. They're doing a good job, but you know, Ziad Esports looks like they're kind of coming back. They're not, you know, taking this game for granted. They really want to win this game, and definitely we see them with a little bit of pressure now.
Yeah, this is just madness as King Alice finally gets it and slots it home. Oh, that was a great, it was a great demo attempt from Empty, and he did get it in the end, just not quick enough. And Mockfish, he really went for that save, but didn't quite nail it. And 1-1, another great game, and this could still go either way.
Yeah, it was FTK with a great assist leading to that goal. Again, it is 1-0, just the same scoreline as we saw last game. Ziad Esports equalized with Snakebite here in Game 3. Last time we saw an OT won by Ziad Esports, but it can go anyway. It can go that we have a winner in regular time, still 2.5 minutes to be played. Now Snakebite with a little bit of pressure, Machtfish in the corner. MC, now a good rotation from him. Now Daddy going for the shot, easy save by FTK though. Patrick also going for that, leading to him being at the ball now. Machtfish going for the shot by FTK, blocks that, falls into the middle now. MC tries to find his teammate Daddy going up for that, getting blocked. Now MC going for the shot again, it is wide. MC, he had some chances in this game. He has scored one of them, but definitely he could have had this hat trick here. Just 2 shots that just went wide. So MC, he's quite having a good game, but definitely he could have had an even better game. It is still 1-1 though. It can go anyway in this Game 3.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's really having a particularly bad game. I think it's just honestly, when you're at this level, it is the nitpicking, it is the tiny little mistakes, the tiny little things that really is the difference, the difference maker. I cannot speak apparently today. But yeah, it can still go either way. Great catch there from King Alice. And both teams have got great players on them and great potential, and it would be great to see one of these teams in Division 1 next season.
Yeah, of course, Snakebite, all the way from the Alpha season, worked there, they worked so hard. They began in Division 3, promoted to Division 2, I think, from last season. Now they're here in playoffs. So, playoffs, it is Ziad Esports they're facing against, and Ziad Esports now scoring the goal, trying to cancel Snakebite's promotion to Division 1, patting with a great play. 1 minute remains, Ziad Esports now leading with 2-1.
Yeah, 2-1 right there. 1 minute and 8 to go, and that was a great shot. That was a great play, and he's got to be really happy with that. And 1 minute to go. We were in this scenario last time round though, of them being 1 goal up and they weren't able to hang on to it. Will they be able to hang on to it this time round though? Oh!
Well, make that 2 now. It is the goal for King Alice. Maybe securing this game or definitely making this game a lot easier, but FTK, what a touch that was to create the open net for King Alice, getting his second goal. FTK 2 assists, great play by him, 53 seconds on the clock. Snakebite desperately need some goals now, 2 goals down. Can they make it happen? Can they come back in this game? Or will they see Ziad Esports taking this victory in Game 3?
Yeah, madness. It's going to be great either way. I think at this point, it looks like the Ziad team, the boys in blue, it looks like they're going to take it at this point. 28 seconds to go. But if they do take it, how are Snakebite going to be able to bounce back?
Oh, well, they've kind of bounced back now at least.
Are they? Are they?
FTK in the end, yeah. In the end, Snakebite, they kind of had the opportunity to score, but in the end, they just got capitalized on. Now, a little bit of rotational mistake, and Ziad Esports just, getting that goal, getting the 4th goal. And Snakebite, they're struggling this game, they're struggling a lot. And, yeah, Ziad Esports winning 2 games in a row has to be a little bit scary for Snakebite. Well, in Game 2, Ziad Esports, they won the game in OT. But this game, they really dominated Snakebite. Won the game by 3 goals. And in the end, a really dominant game from them, winning this game. 1 game up now, and Snakebite, they need to do something else. They started strong in this series, but now they're 1 game behind. They're 1 game down, and Ziad Esports can take this series to match point if they win their next game.
Yeah, it was a great game. It's a great game to watch. It's a great game to cast. It's just all around great Rocket League at this point. And, Ziad Esports, they're 2-1 up in the series. They're going with the momentum at this point. And Snakebite, they need to bite back, so to speak.
Well, we have to see, can they bite back? Can they come back in this series? They had a good start they have a Division 1 standing that should help, but so far they lost 2 games in a row against Ziad Esports. We have seen Ziad Esports losing one game, losing the first game in the GC Pops against Ziad Esports series. And then after, they just lost that first game, and then after, they just won 4 games in a row. That same thing could happen here, and Ziad Esports could definitely take the victory. We can see that they're a really good team. It is a really close series, but Game 3 definitely went in favor of Ziad Esports. 2 balanced games, and now Ziad Esports really, really strong in the Game 3. Game 4 it is, though. Snakebite definitely want to come back in the series, definitely want to equalize the series again, and definitely want to go for the victory in the series.
It's definitely possible at this point. You know, they've got good players on their team. It really just comes down to who's doing them small mistakes. Oh, that was a close one. I really thought that was going in, but Deddy able to pinch it against the post and get rid of it for the time being. Comes back in and Mockfish with the save, though. But it can go either way. It depends on who's going to make the most little mistakes that add up, realistically.
Yeah, we see Ziad Esports early on in the game with a little bit of pressure, trying to get the first goal on their name. Batting now with the challenge in the corner. Anthony getting it out, batting in the middle, confusing his teammate. And now it looks like a little bit of possession for Snakebite. But no, FTK going for the shot. Daddy with a save in the end. A good start from Ziad Esports, taking the momentum from the last 2 games in this Game 4. Now Anthony going for the challenge, gets it down. No one there to follow it up though, as this should be a little bit of possession now for Ziad Esports. Petting taking over, getting challenged by his opponent Daddy. FTK putting it into middle, Martins is right there. FTK now going for the challenge, tries to block off Anthony. Doesn't really happen though, as the ball bounces from the corner. Oh, looks like an open net. Daddy will score this open net any day of the week, and it is Snakebite leading with 1-0 early on in this game.
That little double commit there really cost them, and that passing to the middle was absolute perfection. Slotted home by Deddy, and that is what they needed this early on in the game.
Great start from Snakebite, bouncing back in this series, definitely what they needed. Mockfish now going for the second goal, bounces from the back wall, but cleared by Petting. Great read from him. Daddy now going for the challenge in the corner, missed right by FTK, still can recover though. This one now bounces from the side wall, rolls up to the side wall, I have to say. A little bit of open net now, but MC still there to clear the ball out. Daddy, side wall, missed the ball. Petting in the corner. But cleared out by Mockfish. Great combination there between MC and Mockfish. Of course, having the chemistry, having played with each other for so long. The 2 Germans here in the roster of Snakebite. Definitely, the chemistry is there for Snakebite. I think MC and Mockfish, MC and Mockfish, they played with each other since Season 1, I believe so. So, that's really, I don't know how long Ziad Esports are with each other. But definitely, Mockfish and MC, probably the 2 players who have played the longest with each other in probably like the World Division 2 playoffs, or maybe Ascension Helios with Juben and Bree. They've also played a lot with each other, of course, since I believe Alpha season. But definitely here Snakebite, good chemistry from them, which can definitely help them in this series. And so far they are leading by 1-0, doing a great job, going for the second goal. They're doing an awesome job in this game 4 so far.
Yeah. Oh, what a double touch! Petting! Yes! That was what I wanted to see. That was perfect timing. He read Mockfish perfectly and slotted that home. 1-1, and Ziad could be taking over this game.
Yeah, that's saying with a great dunk on the Snakebite defender. Approaching half-time now. It is all equalized. It can be anyone's game. We'll see it Esports 1 game in hand. So definitely they have a little advantage here in this really, really back and forth series. Now, going by the script, it is so balanced that Snakebite would have to win this series to keep it balanced, to keep it equalized. But definitely Ziad Esports will try everything they can to go back into to extend the lead in the series. Now, an open net that was from MC, missing the open net. It was just bouncing over the bar, bounced off the crossbar. Now, still the pressure going on. Oh, that's a great demo. MC was just waiting there in the middle, but couldn't get a shot because he got demoed. Ziad Esports, really well done by them. It's now bounced in front of the goal. Then a little bit blocking the clear of Machtfish, but MC now passing Machtfish, getting the ball out. Now we see Snakebite with a little bit of pressure. It's so back and forth. It can be anyone's game. you know, there isn't a standout team in this game so far, and a really good game to watch so far.
Yeah, it's still anybody's game as it keeps coming in there. The blocks are still there. You know, we saw a great play a minute ago where they're switching it up a little bit. You know, they're still trying different things. The fake was there, the demo was there, the net was open. Unfortunately, empty, unable to do anything with it. But you know, it's refreshing to see them trying a different strategy to see if it works any better. And if their accuracy was on point, it really would have done.
I think so far we have seen 2 games with a 1 goal difference, if I'm not mistaken. Now this game is also equalized. Can, or probably will be, a 1 goal difference. But now Ziad Esports with the open net. They made a 1 goal difference as King Alice gets it in. 49 seconds to go, putting a lot of pressure now on the Snakebite boys.
Yeah, another great play right there. And that is what you need to see. Like, that was just absolutely perfection. Like, it was great. And that's what you need to see, you know? It's one of them things where... What? 3-1! What has happened to Snakebite at this point? They have fallen apart.
Well, it looks like Empty just did not see the guy incoming after that kickoff. Did not see Patin going for the shot. Empty pushing to the ball, not rotating in the goal, and well, that's what happens then. The end, just, you know, being too late in the goal to get a save, and Ziad Esports now up by 2. Daddy with a great opportunity. By all the looks of it, it's going to be Ziad Esports going into match point. So of course, the team that loses here will be going out of playoffs, but Daddy will still do everything he can for Snakebite to get this game to their end. 30 seconds to go, and they're again down by 1.
Woo! Down by 1, but not down and out. They are dedicated to coming back in this. There was no pun intended that time. But they're dedicated to coming back into this. 30 seconds remaining. If anybody can do it under this pressure, it is Markfish and Empty and Deddy. These 3, they work really well under pressure. They handle it really well. And if anybody is going to have the ability to do so, it is them. As the shot comes in from Batik and he misses it and the counter-attack is on.
Yeah, like you said, you know, Snakebite, they've had a lot of experience with, you know, handling pressure. They've had a lot of competitive experience being here in ECC since Season 1. So it looks like they're going to be losing this game. And Ziad Esports will be going into match point. Snakebite needs to win 3 times in a row. They need to get it into Game 7 this series, or otherwise they will be knocked out of playoffs. Ziad Esports, they have 3 lives left. They can win the series the next game, in the game after, or even the game after in Game 7. It will be Game 5, and it is Game 5 match point for Ziad Esports. A really, really close game, really close series, but in the end, Ziad just a little bit better, having a little bit more pressure against Snakebite. So in the end, you know, Ziad, I think they deserve it. Snakebite, you know, it doesn't really work for them yet. You know, they have the combinations, they have the connections between the players, but in the end, we just see not enough pressure from Snakebite. Ziad Esports having more pressure on the Snakebite side, which in the end leads to more goals. Ziad Esports quite accurate as well with the shots, and in the end, Snakebite, you know, they have quite the same accuracy as Ziad Esports, but Ziad Esports in the end more pressure, and in the end leading to more goals from their side. So, you know, if we see the same here in Game 5, then it will be a 4-1 win for Ziad Esports. Though Snakebite, they can still bring the series back. It's still a really close series, and it just takes a little bit to be that better, a little bit better than Ziad Esports. Can you see it happening, Mikey? Can you see Snakebite coming back, going into Game 7, and win this series after all?
Now, okay, as much as I want to say I would love to see it, I would love to see them get to a Game 7, just because more of this epic action for us to see. But I would love to see Ziad take the win, because, you know, on paper, against this roster, they are the underdogs. But they beat them in league play, and they're about to beat them again, possibly. And we're underway in this game, and is this going to be the last game of this series?
Could be the last game of this series, the last game of Snakebite of ECC Season 7. This could be, you know, Snakebite doing an incredible job, you know, promoting from Division 3 last season. Now they're here in playoffs, though they are really struggling against the Ziad Esports side, and they finally can get it out. Also a good attempt from King Alice, a great save from Empty for the Snakebite side. FTK in the middle, oh, Empty looks like an opener now, it just bounces in. Mockfish with the goal here early on in this game, and that's definitely what Snakebite needed here in this game.
That was amazing. What a save from Emphy. Emphy eventually getting the clear. Emphy absolutely killed it there. Markfish is able to get the goal, and Snakebite have taken the lead. But we saw this last game. We saw them take the lead early on, and it, you got to be able to hang on to it or expand on that lead. And the paper would say you're not able to do that, and I've just been proven once again. The victory has been not the victory. The goal has been secured, and I don't know why I can't speak today. It's just all going wrong.
Oh well, it can happen to the best of us. Well, it is here at Esports equalizing here in this series. Or well, in this game, I have to say, not in the series yet. In this game, and well, they have all the chance in the world to still get this game to their side to win this series. So Daddy now with a shot. Oh, it's over the bar. Now it bounces down. Machtfish. This one player, can he make it happen? Saved by FTK. Pressure coming on now from Snakebite. Desperately need to win this game, or otherwise it will be season done and dusted for them. MC now goes for the dribble, gives away possession, but Machtfish there already going for the shot. It is, well, it wasn't target, but it is saved by King Alice. Daddy with a shot, saved by Petting. And it's really good to see now Snakebite with a few shots, making the defense a little bit awkward of Ziad Esports. Now Petting with a shot, but Machtfish easy control by him. FTK takes over. Daddy with the challenge. Decide what it is now. Empty, oh, that's a whiff. But in the end, Machtfish can recover from Empty's mistake there, as Daddy has a lot of space and time to work with now. Goes to the left side, but that pass is way too fast for Empty to do something with it. Betting now falls into the corner. See, King Alice goes for the shot, saved by Daddy. Again, it's kind of a back and forth play, kind of back and forth game, just like last game. But in the end, Ziad Esports, they turned out to be the better side. And in the end, this time it has to be Snakebite who's taking the victory, because otherwise they will be going out of playoffs. Half time left. It can go anyway. Can you see Snakebite winning this game? Can you see them going to game 7 actually? Or will Ziad Esports concluded here in game 5?
I think it's possible. I think that they, to be honest, they've done well. They've done well throughout the sort of few games. They've given us a great series to watch, but King Alice, again with the fake, they're playing it really, really smartly. And if you're Snakebite, you just have to outsmart them. And I know that might be a bit difficult for Mockfish, isn't the smartest fish in the ocean, but you've got to give it a try. And if you can outsmart them and, go for things like fakes, go for demos, switch it up a little bit, they might be able to connect a little bit more. 2 minutes on the clock, it can still go either way.
Mockfish banging the ball upfield, Empty going for it. Misses the ball though, Daddy still can recover. Tries to get past one, but good flick there from his opponent, Mockfish. Pushing it up, tries to get a 50 as Petting, but Petting winning the 50. King Alice now. Side wall. Mockfish demoing the guy middle, so King Alice has to do it all alone. Bouncing towards the back wall now. Petting, a little bit of a back pass. FTK did not expect that. Petting, rotating front post, not really what you want to see. Can still get it over to players though. Then he needs to recover back. King Alice now can get it into the net. And now in the counter attack, it is Mockfish. A little bit of time to work with. Gets the ball to Empty. Great pass from him. Empty, can he do something with that ball? Off the corner. Now the ball is just dropped down. Freeze in the corner. FTK tries to rush to the ball, but Mockfish clearing the ball to Daddy. Daddy now tries to get it into the middle. Can't get contact with the ball though. 1 minute remain, and now the pace looks like it's picking up. Both teams really, picking up the pace now and trying to create some offenses. And now the time is ticking for both teams. Definitely Snakebite. They need to win this game. Can't permit any goals being scored at their side. They need to win this. They need to score as soon as possible.
Yep, they need to get it quick, and they almost need to. They need to strike, and they need to do it quickly. They can't afford to be waiting around for ages. There's still a long way to go if they want to take this series. So the quicker that they get this done, the better, because we know what fatigue can do in this game. And Petting slots it home, and Snakebite, they've had their venom taken out of them by Ziad Esports.
A double commit that is from Daddy Mockfish, and that was what I was talking about at the start of the game. Like, we see Empty and Mockfish having a beautiful connection with each other. So I think Daddy and Mockfish never really play with each other. Daddy, the replacement of Mockfish in the Snakebite roster, and now Mockfish coming back from being a stand-in. A double commit happened And well, that's not what you want to see from the Snakebite players. Though maybe it is just the chemistry that's lacking from the two players, Maxfish and Daddy. Now maybe one of the last chances, Maxfish popping it up. Now Daddy into the middle, empty going up for that. Can't get it past his opponent though. And now the ball is just going up. Daddy tries to keep it up, pops it up. Is someone going for it? Yeah, one of the opponents, but Ziad Esports winning this series. It is Snakebite. They lost again. They lost playoffs. It has to hurt, but Snakebite eliminated in playoffs. Ziad Esports continued a beautiful form of run here. Run of form, I have to say. And in the end, they're going to lose in bracket round 4. Snakebite really unfortunate, in winners bracket round 1, eliminated by Godalions, winning against Ascension Helios with 4-3. But now they have been beaten, not in Game 7, but in Game 5. Ziad Esports taking this series with 4-1.
Yeah, that was insane to see. It was a great series to cast. Snakebite on the whole, they didn't necessarily have... They had a really difficult seed. They had really difficult games off the bat. Godalions Cellaritas, they're an incredibly talented roster. And then to go against your rivals, Ascension Helios, that is just so difficult. Then to go against Ziad Esports, who have had the momentum. They beat Snakebite in league play. Like that, you've got to have such good mentality to get through that. And they did do amazingly to a certain degree. But Ziad Esports, they were able to just capitalize on that momentum. And honestly, they were just the smarter side today. And they really outsmarted Snakebite throughout a lot of their play.
Yeah, well done to Ziad Esports going into the loser bracket final. Unfortunately, we can see Snakebite not going to Division 1. They will be staying in Division 2 for next season, I believe. Or they can maybe go into promotion relegation tournament. Not too sure about the seeding of that. But maybe they still have a chance of going into Division 1. But definitely, they are knocked out of playoffs. They are not going to be crowned as the Division 2 champions. And well, we still are yet to see a division or a title for the Snakebite side. We have been waiting for it so long. But again, unfortunately, they cannot make it happen. We are seeing Ziad Esports, continuing the really, really good run of form in the lower bracket run. So, in the end, they're going to face Prima Esports tomorrow. And that team, the winner of that team, will face Godalions in the grand final of Division 2. So I think we're going to go into Division 1 now, actually. Division 2 is concluded for today, and we're going into Division 1. So, stay tuned. Division 2, it has been concluded for today, but we have some even better matches to come up. I believe it will be Domino Academy, the Titans of Division 1, you could say. Maybe the favorites of Division 1. I have heard some people playing in Division 1 saying that Domino Academy are one of the best teams they played against. Domino Academy, really good team. They will be playing against Trinitas Esports Remix. So, a really good game to come up. So don't go anywhere. Stay tuned, and I will see you in a bit after a break.